Okay, guys, we are back at it with the top gainers for the last week. These stocks have exploded and are the top trenders. We're going to watch a lot of action and volatility come into these stocks. Everyone is buying. We're going to dive deeper into it now. Let's just get right into it with XCUR coming in for a multi-day bull run on XCUR. Ever since this thing had that first initial spike up to $6 early about 2 months ago, it took a while to come in for that pressure. As you notice, they are a low stat stock. Most people don't notice XCUR. We were putting out the early alerts for XCUR, where I would tell you want to be in on XCUR at that $4 or lower for this bull run. This has been a very active stock, getting a lot of attention along in the Discord, where I will even make videos telling you that these are a few stocks that everybody's about to be buying into. This stock will continue to turn into a parabolic play and come in for non-stop bullishness with a very extreme, with the most bullish sentiment out of all the other stocks right now. This is the top of the list with a volume of 4.59 million. Take note of how it moves slow on most days with small candlesticks coming in. You really want to catch those things in time for when all the big wells want to load that thing up. And then you're gonna get that that next big round of explosions. And if you can be there before they do, then you're the safest one into a stock. Everybody in the Discord who was catching that thing at that $4 or lower, writing this thing up past $25 for an easy bull run. Looking on XCUR, for those of you who don't know what this one is, they are focused on nucleic acid therapies targeting ribonucleic acid against validated targets. I'll open up their website so you can take a quick peek. I guess their website doesn't even work on here. Well, in fact, I'll go ahead and try to type that in. Let's see. XCUR. What's their company called? Let me see. Xcur. We'll look up Xcur. I'm even really getting the website for Xcur right now. And again, what we're going to be looking into is the pipelines. That's what it's, is this it right here? We want to make sure that we are seeing their website is down. We're going to come back up into that another day. And they most recent news on Xcur talking about how Xcur was halting in the previous day. I'm looking for the recent news. There's no news that has been coming out for. Okay, what's this? This is all back on the 14th. Xcur signs an equity financing deal. Most recently, they didn't come out with any news in these last couple days to add on to this bullish sentiment, other than this exact sector getting bullish nonetheless. Next, you got AGFY. Okay, so AgriCorp. For those of you who don't know what this one is, they are a cultivation and extraction solution for the cannabis industry. AGFY. So you remember back when all those cannabis stocks started, becoming all active and stuff like that. Well, AGFY is the strongest out of all of them, continuing to go to a bull run from $2.71 up to $54. I'll show you AFGY, AFG, AGFY coming out for multiple alerts and getting picked up by the parabolic scan bot. The lows of $5 on a parabolic scan bot, and this one here will continue to bull run, breaking out for multiple days on AGFY. Up to these highs at $50, there's never going to be another opportunity to get AGFY at those lows again. And most people don't notice this stuff when you got all those. We got the low stats, 500,000 in volume. You got 774 in current volume. You got 109 on the float. A very low stat stock that doesn't get noticed too often, and Big Whale's already dumping that thing out. A lot of these people will be holding in for a longer term investment. So I'll show you AFGY on your longer term investment time frame. And again, you see those things early. You want to make sure that these are type moves you want to see in time. This comes down to patience, especially if you're like a swing trader or a longer term investor. Because a lot of day traders are going to start to get in and see it at the last minute. And like for this being about $50, well, all the small retail day traders not even going to go for it. This makes it safer for those longer term investors and big whales since they know that it has these low stats. Small retail not going to mess with it like that. They might go for some options. They don't even have options. This is a very safe stock up there. Then you got ACE ANW, a low stat stock coming in for a multi-day bull run as well. Non-stop from $2 up to the highs of $7.72. We can go see SANW. getting picked up, and I tell you, it's always the volume ticker that's going to be picking these things up first. You see the volume ticker spamming those things out, it's getting ready to make another run. But again, when you got these low stat stocks, this one has an average volume of 19,000, a current volume of 163,000, and they got a free float on 2 million. It's not going to move too active too often at all with just 100,000 in volume and 19,000 on average. It's a huge gainer right here on SANW. For those of you who don't know what SANW is, this is a multi-crop middle market agricultural company, and they specialize in alfalfa and sturgeon seeds with research and development, productions, and distribution capabilities. Then you got QMCO, okay, quantum. If you've been in the Discord seeing me talk about, we've been doing a lot of talking about quantum stocks, what they mean for the future, and how quantum stocks will be the next ones that are going parabolic. Here specifically on this QMCO coming in for parabolic moves. Quantum is the future. Okay, this is going to help us advance into becoming a type 1 civilization. And further on than that, once they master quantum computing and how quantum physics work. With an average volume of 690,000, current volume of 40 million. Free float on 407 million. Big whales and large scales like QMCO. So you got some large scale $1 million USD orders buying in here in the last recent trading day. And this is just a quick example to show you what's about to be happening with the quantum stocks. This is just the beginning, and this is just the first one. Next, we got Fbrx coming in for a massive spike from $4 up to $18 in the previous day, and then rather than selling all the way back off, they'll take a quick dip back down in the market open. That was a bearish day on that day on the 21st. And remember everything about the overall market conditions. I always show you guys. Make sure you're taking a peek, and I can show you back around those same exact times around the 21st. That big dip that came into the markets. This big dip right here, if you can notice, matches up perfectly with that big dip that came into FRBX on the 21st as well. On the 21st as well, down here to $10, and then going back up towards about $17 and holding up here very beautifully, might I add, on Fbrx with a low stat stock on 500,000 and average volume. You have a current volume of about 400,000, and they do have a free float of 1.21 million. Not going to take too much to get that float filled up as more eyes and attention gets on Fbrx. We'll go see more about the Fbrx along in the Discord as well. And here on Fbrx, as you can see, for multiple parabolic moves, and of course, first off, getting spammed out by the volume ticker before going parabolic. Fbrx, it's a hot one right here. This is a very good stock right here on Fbrx. I mean, right now, it's doing good right now, and I don't even know what the news is on this one. What they got going on to make them so they secure a 53 million for FB102 advancements. That is great, especially for these bioscience and therapeutics and stuff like that. It's all about coming out with that next big FDA catalyst and making sure that their pipelines are moving on into the next phases. Can't really find any pipelines up here just like that. But we'll dive deeper into all of these stocks as they do continue to come up and come along. Make sure that you take a quick peek at these websites and stuff like that so you get a better idea of what you are looking at, how they work, and what is upcoming next. Make sure that you stay in the cycle of things by always knowing what your top gainers are, by making sure that you're watching what your most active through the days are, by judging out your market conditions and keeping up with what stocks are making those 52-week lows up next. Much more for us to update. I'm going to get on making videos a lot more rapidly on this channel, and we'll use our other channel. And we just gonna keep on doing what it do, man. Y'all know how I go. Make sure that you check out all the channels that I have, these bankable abilities and the Bitcoin and beyond. I am starting to look towards talking about more political type things, and then we talk about how that affects holdings and the market as well. So get subscribed. Look forward to that. I'm Billy Banks. I'll see y'all in the next one. Now, happy trade.